Hi guys, Lewted host here with another dang stream. I actually wasn't planning on making this stream, but I thought that because I missed yesterday because of work, that I should make it today. It's not going to be a long stream. I'm just going to do a quick, I'm just going to talk quickly about what I think about the Amazigh units, which are like unique to the Garamantians. I thought like other factions had them, but apparently they don't. Only the Garamantians have them. So what in particular makes the Amazigh units very good in my opinion? One, their name is close to amazing. Pretty obvious. Gosh, I hope I don't upload this to YouTube. Their melee defense is pretty good. They also have precursors, which is why I like them. Because besides Sharia Guard, like if you don't want to get the Sharia Guard or bring them, you can bring these guys and still have precursors. Although these guys do have an excellent missile block chance. They also have better shields, but that's not a big deal. They also have square. The Sharia Guard also has square. And they're also medium, so although they won't stand up very well to, if they're not braced, they won't stand up really well to heavily armored cavalry. Like medium lancers could take these guys down pretty quickly. Medium melee cavalry can do it as well. Yeah, pretty much. That's all. But yeah, a pretty good unit. 25 armor, unfortunately. 10 of it, which is base, 15 for the shield. Could be better. Then you have the Amazigh Raiders. They have a bonus of 20 versus cavalry. Pretty good. But one thing that they do have that I don't think any other cavalry unit has is 63 melee defense. That means that they can stay in a cavalry fight for a very, very long time, except against lancers, where they'll practically lose pretty quickly. So just avoid using lancers when you use these guys. They're very good when they're supporting cavalry engagements, as you don't need to use armored camel warriors to fight cavalry. You could support Amazigh Raiders with Tireg camel spearmen, who are more offensive and also have good melee defense, but have less armor but more health. Still, these guys are pretty good. They're fairly good against like double-handed axes that don't have the high melee attack. Just try to avoid units like the Falksmen or good spears, obviously. And then lastly, you have the Amazigh Lancers. Although they don't really stand out, their melee defense for their cost is fairly decent. Like, I think there are some Lancer units that have better defense and are around the same price. Lancers of the Oasis do have better defense, but it's only by 3. Yeah. And so all 3 Amazigh units are pretty cool. They make the Garamantians really nice to play as. And only the Garamantians have them as a playable faction. And so that's pretty much it about those Amazigh units. I'm still making a guide for Total War Attila. I haven't mastered the desert factions yet, so it's not going to be complete. Total War Attila is out today, and so if you haven't played it, or if you haven't bought it, buy it. If you haven't played it, play it, obviously. And that's pretty much it for Total War Attila. Now, I've been struggling with the Roman expedition because Scudetoi, although they're fairly decent, they aren't as good as the Eastern Roman Legio when it comes to staying power, and they're not as good as the Amigh Defensores when it comes to killing power. Most of your infantry killing power usually comes to the Scudetoi Axemen, who you can charge with, so that's nice. But they also have less health. Bucellari Guard Axemen are probably the best for killing infantry. They're single-handed axes, so they still have a shield and can still go into defensive testudo to like ward off enemy cavalry. But I'm still struggling with them. So I thought I'd try to get a multiplayer battle going, but it seems like nobody's really on. Well, we'll give... no, okay. I guess not. But I did the Roman expedition in the campaign. I struggled at first because I was still learning how to play a Total War Attila. It was actually the first campaign that I finished, before the Franks even. So I have like a general knowledge of how the Roman expedition works, thanks to that campaign. Now, according to the Total War site, there may be another faction DLC for Total War Attila. So I'm looking forward to that, obviously. And there is never anybody on the quick battles. Most of these people are just like in a campaign. But if you were to go to a quick battle and try to find one, you can't find one. That's different from Rome 2, where, you know, now because of Warhammer, there might not be that much, but there's still going to be a good amount of people. Like, you're actually going to find somebody. Here you can't find anyone. Still have my Garamantian campaign to go over. It's going to take a while until I can beat it. By then, I'll probably have contact with the Huns. That's why I'm not very adamant about playing it. Because you need to capture 20 provinces, and that's hard. Hard. I was supposed to win with the Tanukids last time, I didn't. So before anything else, I wanted to try to win with them. If I can't, I can't. I'll leave it as such. But the Tanukids are pretty hard to win with. capturing 40 settlements is actually a lot easier than having 20 provinces. And I can actually do that. And then, of course, the Romans. I'm going to leave my Langobar campaign there. Delete this one. Leave my Slovenian campaign. And probably just start a new one. Unless I can find a multiplayer battle. Yeah, most people must be in Warhammer. Must be. If I get Warhammer, which I probably won't, I'd probably just play as the what are they called? The Empire. Haven't played it as them in years. I played as them in the Mark of Chaos demo, and that was pretty fun. See, I really want to try the Western Roman Empire, because this is like the ultimate campaign. If you can win the Western Roman Empire, then you really are good at Total War. The only problem is I want to finish a desert faction first. And the Garamantian campaign is probably going to go nowhere. And I still don't have a good knowledge of every faction. Like, the Eastern and Western Roman Empires still have a lot to offer that I don't know about. Just these bad spears. And of course Athar's Chosen, a unit that I'll never use. Like never. Maybe some time, but never in multiplayer. Never, it's not worth it. I'd bring these guys though, because they're less overpowered. And their charge bonus is horrendous. You know, I'm gonna give this faction a try. I'm gonna give them a try, see how they go. I most likely will like them because I've played as them and their army's pretty good. Like their composition and what they can bring is pretty good. These Asham are pretty nice too. And then tomorrow I can probably continue the campaign, and then Thursday I can continue, depending on what happens. I'm still kind of disappointed in Attila. Like, you'd expect the Huns to have, like, the best melee cavalry in the game, but most of their, like, anti-cavalry specialists are very fragile. Their cataphracts can be beaten by other factions, and their infantry is actually the best in the game, which makes no sense. I mean, this is a cavalry-based game, and all of a sudden you have infantry that are the best. Like, the Romans shouldn't have the best infantry either. The Germans should. The Romans should have the tankiest of infantry, and they do.
You are the lords of the Arabian Peninsula, inheritors of a proud tradition of Arabic kingdoms. Whereas once you vied for control of the lucrative eastern trade ports, eventually your martial supremacy bent others to your will, and created a kingdom combining only the very best elements of centuries of development. Across the water, a threat to your kingdom blossoms. The newly Christian Aksumite Empire has lately become aggressive, and their friendship with Rome goes from strength to strength. Ensure their designs on your territory do not become a reality by striking first. Once they are subdued, think carefully about your state religion. Will you return to the roots of your ancestors, or uphold the Jewish faith to become a new, chosen people?
This is a time of radical religious change. Like, I know, like, the Empires of Sand have a dilemma like every culture pact. But the Antians don't really have a dilemma. They just have to run away from the Huns. The Tanukids have their own dilemma. And I don't know what the Axum dilemma is. Oh, I get it. These are both different cultures or different religions, and you can only choose one. You can't choose both. Greek Christian, Eastern Christian, Greek Christian. If they were offensive, I'd be more open to taking them, but I don't know right now.
My lord.
Like I said, this stream's not going to be long. I'm going to try to put as much as I can into this stream, though.
At your command.
Nice health. Not bad.
It's a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause. My lord.
I will do you the honor of listening to your terms, hoping to hear wisdom and profit in them.
I'll have to wait until the assassin gets weaker before I try that. That's fine.
Fight for you, my lord.
There's other things we can do in the
Are you
meantime.
ready to serve?
Man, sometimes Steam reviews can be so funny.
My lord. At your command.
The first few turns, I mainly focus on just making
Ready?
money. That's one. That's one hot wife, man. Oh wait, no, that's not a wife. That's a. Oh wow. I was gonna say, man, he's lucky.
My lord.
On a serious note, some of the Total Attila bugs should have been fixed a long time ago. They weren't, so we're stuck with this.
We fight for you, my lord. My lord.
In time, two things.
Yeah, let's go straight for Axum. I can manage my
We fight for you, my lord. Ready for orders. Destination reached.
I can manage my provinces or my regions without the army. Why am I not playing Warhammer? Good question. I'm not playing Warhammer simply because I don't have Warhammer. I'm not gonna get Total War Warhammer. I think that $71 is a bit of a stretch, and probably can't even run it. I mean, I have to put Attila on low graphics just to run it and play it. Chances are I won't even be able to run Warhammer at all. And if I can run Warhammer, I'd be getting like 20 frames per second. Because like the amount of work they put into Warhammer is a lot, based on what I've seen in the trailers. Wait. Did they just declare war? Because if they just declared war on the Sassanids, that could actually mean that I could declare war on them without having this.
I will do you the honor
Yeah, they
of
actually
listening.
they did declare war on the Sassanids. So I can go over to them
At your
instead.
command.
Take all of the take the entire province.
Basta, damn you all! At once! Journey completed!
Yeah, that could work. And then afterwards I can go for Axum. Because Axum in the late game has access to the Spice Guards, which are fairly dangerous against infantry, but can be checked by cavalry. They're just a double-handed axe unit that has bows.
We shall put aside swords and draw the bow.
Alright, well I guess I have to go back to Axum now.
My lord and his chamberlains see much advantage in defeat.
We're going to declare war on them soon, so there's no point of making a non-aggression pact with them.
My lord! Set up the watch! Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Oh, that's how you get Athar's chosen. And that's how you get the other high tier unit. Okay, that makes sense. So, 3 of the units are Jewish, 3 of them are strictly Zodiac. So chances are I'm going to have to rely on these
We
guys
fight for you, my lord.
if I continue this campaign. Sorry guys, just give me 1 minute. I have to make sure that I'm online. Sometimes I'm not. Alright, everything's fine, so yeah. Well, the lock maps are already done for.
Ready for orders. Get to it, man. I want hourly patrols. For honor and glory. We take this settlement for you, my lord.
I'm gonna try to squeeze in one battle, at least one battle. I mean, that's the least I can do. And then wrap up the stream. Anyway, earlier I mentioned that I had recently come in from a job. Yeah, I am working once again. However, this time I'm going to probably be doing 2 jobs, so that's going to be interesting. And this is definitely interesting. An Axum army just popped out of nowhere. Looks like a fair amount of good units. I'm gonna give this a shot. I think most camels have the same speed. I'm just mentioning that because I've noticed that these heavy camels have the same speed as these light ones. 1 second.
To battle!
As far as swordsmen are deadly on the charge, charging them frontally shouldn't be a problem. And then following up with shield wall should work. The only problem in this game is keeping your melee cav in fight. Like, shock cavalry are good for only the first 30 seconds of a melee engagement, as long as they get a charge. After that, they're sitting ducks, and you have to get them out of whatever combat they're in, if you can. But the base game in Total War Attila is so unbalanced, so most light cavalry units can get out pretty convincingly.
What are your orders? Missile infantry ready! We await your orders. Cavalry! Missile!
Probably shouldn't have brought these guys. It's all good though.
Infantry! Chieftain! What are your orders? Advance at me!
guys have shields. I think their missile block chance is 40.
The enemy draws near!
And I mean, that's not bad. It's especially useful against javelins, but it's quite useful against other archers and slingers for sure.
We are at your command!
They do, however, have no armor on themselves, so any missile that does hit them does full damage. Alright, so the ultimate goal is to stop these FR swordsmen from getting a good charge on these Balta warriors because they won't survive it, as you can see. I do have cavalry units that could potentially hurt them very bad. This unit in particular is what's going to stop all 4 of these FR swordsmen, assuming that they don't branch out and try to go for different units. This unit of Himyarite Sholotai most likely will be going for like the slingers, might be fighting desert raiders, I don't know. The AI is very funny.
Advance at speed!
Missile infantry ready! Loose! Missiles! Open the rank! What are your orders?
Axeman! Double time! At speed! Stehen and Kolisas!
Advance at speed! Missiles! We are at your command.
Not having any armor is really hurting these guys. They're gonna rout.
We are at your command! The men are broken and running for their lives! Taxiatos! Our orders!
Shield wall! Axeman!
The enemy have rallied their units! Versus! Our orders! Missile! Burn them! Axiokos!
We await your orders! Riders, advance!
What are your orders?
lord. Awaiting orders.
Kyrie! Amazigh! Engage! Spears!
Orders! Amazigh! Forever loyal!
Glory! Spears ready! Spears! Taxis! Quickly now!
Strategos! My lord! Still in...
Spears! Guy ready!
Their general's pretty open.
Kyrie! Orders, my lord! Give them fire!
Ready! Awaiting order!
Cavalry! Tell us! Our orders! Die! Awaiting orders! Forward! At the ready! The men are broken and are fleeing!
Awaiting orders.
Glory! Full time! What? Awaiting orders! Stinan to lead us! Tell us! My lord!
My lord!
We will darken the skies! Tribunas!
Advance at speed! As you say!
Our aim is true! We await your orders! Aye! Orders! Nine! Our orders?
Axeman! Aye! And present shield!
Camel warrior! Taxiarchos! Waiting orders!
Myriad quickly now!
Back, men! Back! Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Taxiarchos! Close the ranks! Cavalry! Forward! Order! At the ready! Chieftain! Orders! Tribunos! Nay! Amigos! Our orders! The
Finally.
general has been killed! Excellent! Waiting orders. Ready? My lord!
Orders! Kairate!
Strategos! orders! Maxim! March! Forward!
Axiarchos!
The men are broken and are fleeing! Orders! Nexus! Spearmen ready for orders! My lord! I! Axiarchos! Awaiting orders! God speak good! We are moments away from victory!
Alright, so like I said, was gonna get a battle. I did. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted it to. Sometimes that happens. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry for the short stream. I'll try my best to stream tomorrow and Thursday, but I have to go to sleep. I have to do a midnight shift, and it's gonna be a boring one, but I have to do it. So, again, guys, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Bye, guys.
My lord,